Hey, it's the 2nd of July, 2016, Saturday. So yeah, 4th of July is on a Monday. Um, I don't know if that's a day that people will get off. I mean, like from their jobs. For all you, you know, gutter mind people like myself. I mean from their jobs when I say get off. Um, you know, I mean, it is like on a Monday. I don't know if they get you off for that. But anyway, whatever. I know my job isn't working me at all, so I guess that's even better. Um, I literally work like once, maybe 2, 3 weeks. Like 2.5 hours, maybe three. But that's basically it. But it is 8:26 p.m. I just got a really. I just don't know what to do about this. Like, I've been suicidal. I've been the person who used to self harm, and I may in the future maybe that person again. I know for me, it's not like my other friend who went through this stuff too. Self-hate and all this stuff and depression and just feeling, loathing and stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, well, they said it's the same thing for them. Depression isn't like what they say, like in the rule. I mean, like in the commercials. It's like, you're depressed for like 30 years straight. No, it's nothing like that. For me, it's up and down. I have better times, and then I'm just really, 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 really down for a while. I don't come back up until I randomly do. It's nothing that I bring on myself. It just happens. And that's how it was. Maybe I'm at a higher point right now. I know I haven't felt anything like that in a while. And it's hard to even remember that version of me was still me. You understand? Like, some of the things that I did and some of the things that I thought, like, it's weird to say that was me. It seems so separate from me because I'm not within that mindset. And some people who would just say, oh, you're just sad. Everyone gets sad. No, no. It's not even the same comparison. It's like maladaptive daydreaming, right? People say, oh, everyone daydreams. It's not the same thing. Anyway, when it's like prolonged and, you don't go to the bathroom and you don't eat because of certain things, I'm just saying, like, that's when, it really gets in the way. And maybe someone's saying, hey, it just means you need more self-control. I agree. I definitely wish that I had more self-control. Now, looking back on that version of me, and also literally 2 minutes after I would like harm myself or hit myself or break something or whatever, hurt my hand trying to break something or whatever, right? All I know is that I don't like my dog. I just he's in the bathroom, so he thinks he's gonna get a bath. Hey, bud. Psst. Anyway, yeah, I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom too. Yeah, go figure. Um, that's the only way I'll be able to show you that he's in the bathroom if I were in the same room. Um, Ready to jump in the shower, so if you saw some nipple, whoop you do. Don't have on a shirt, no pants either. And the mirror's right in front of me, so that's why I'm being careful with the camera. But I know how it's like to be that person like that when you're in those states of mind. Those states of minds, when you're very, very in your very, very depressive state, when you're suicidal, when you self harm, like with on a daily and a few times within the day, due to something really little. Then again, I remember little things would just drag on and stay with me, and then it was like a big thing, right? It could be like the most stupid thing, like okay, hang on, like example, like oh man, the trash is full, you know, like let's say I went there expecting the trash can to be, maybe mid full, midway, maybe even empty, and it was full. It's like, oh, that's a disappointment. It's just like my life. My life will only be a disappointment, you know? You're like I even said this like in another video, like, it's just, or maybe I would lose the toothpaste cap. And it's like, oh, it just shows my life. It just shows how my life is and how it's always going to be. That's how it was. Or, the soap isn't as full as it should be. I don't know. It's just, yeah. Or even more big things, like home life things that would happen at home. And will just randomly set shit off. And no one seemed to understand why they needed to leave me alone, why they needed to stop escalating things even more. Like, sometimes you're not listened to. And I mean, when you're really trying to tell that person, leave me alone, Like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. And the way that you treat me and the things you put in my head, about myself, it just really prolongs things. And this is why I can't get any better. Like, oh, you're trapped. Like, you can't leave because it's where you live. Like, it was like that. It was a lot of other stuff. I just know that I've been that person who's been like that. I've been that person who's been in a relationship and I'm the one who they had to take care of, who they had to comfort in a certain way, who, I know. I've been people on both sides, and I've also been the person who had to comfort someone else who was in that, who was like that, 2 times, actually. 2 different relationships. But I'm saying, yeah, it's a challenge on both sides. Because on the other hand, when you're the person who's suicidal, who's down, right? I'll just say, that you're a burden on the other person. You feel like you're a burden. You feel like, they have to take care of you. You know that this person cares about you. But you also feel guilty because you know that if you happen to lose it, and if you, like, you can't even, like, sustain yourself. So the fact that you're still in it with this other person, what I'm saying? Like, with them. And they're dependent on you to make it through. You can do it, sister, right? You can hold out strong. You don't even have that willpower yourself. You're literally on a daily thinking about killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you still have this person who's trying to cheer you on and telling you, I care about you and I love you and it's okay and you'll get better and I'm here for you. And, they can't always be there to save you. And you don't want them to be there. Like, you don't want to put that burden on them. In addition to you feeling like you're a burden because of other things. What I'm saying? Like, but also the person who's taking care of the person who's down, it's a lot of pressure on you to always have to be there for them. You don't always want to hear about that down stuff. Because then, like, they bring you down too. And what if they happen to call you when they're literally ready to kill themselves? And you're the last person that they call, the only person that they call. Because you're always their go-to guy, their go-to girl, whatever. They always call you. Because they know that you'll bring them back down to where they won't want to hurt themselves anymore or whatever. Let's say it's 2 a.m. though when they call and you're asleep or you're out, right? And then you weren't there to take that last phone call when it's like you could have saved their life. Like, but again, even subconsciously that's not your responsibility. Like, I can't wipe your ass. You're not a little kid. I shouldn't have to try to hold your hand across the street. Like, it's a lot. But you kind of want to do that because you care about them and you want to see them better. The girl that I'm dealing with that right now is the same thing. She was going through a lot of things, not just feeling down, but a lot of things around her that were happening that weren't fair, that should have been happening, and were due to poor people around her, right? Like her foster parents and her situation and living situations that weren't the best and self-conscious factors and things like that. It was a lot. Being raped and things like that. It's a lot. But no one listens to you. It's either, just shut up and take it, that kind of thing. Or just tap out and feel everything all at once to where you end up, killing yourself, or hurting yourself or something. And I try to do both, and I know it doesn't really lead anywhere good. Because either way, it never really goes away, the feelings. It just keeps building and building and building, and basically, I just got used to the idea of her being in the Air Force. I just got used to that idea. To actually not minding it as much. To not worrying about her dying in there and leaving me and whatever. Leaving our kids. There were still some things we had to work out on our own, you know what I'm saying? Because she was pulling more this way, I was pulling more the other way. Still some things we had to work out and come together on. But now, I just got used to her. Like, I thought this was the biggest obstacle I'd ever have to get over with her, right? Being comfortable with what she wanted to do with her life. But now she's talking about killing herself, so I don't even know what to do. Because I know, from experience, no one can save you. No one else can save you. And I also know that, as much as I love her, I can tell her so many sweet things that I actually feel, right? Not just garbage, not just phrases, but it's not going to do anything because she literally tried to kill herself today. You know? Had my phone charging, but let me give you basically how it was. She just had her wisdom teeth pulled out. She's in DSS custody. Kind of like foster care, but I heard it's even worse. Yeah, and basically, if your foster parents want you to get a vaccine, if they want you to get your teeth pulled, you have to. She didn't want to have her teeth pulled, but they made her. Because of, like, I guess it was, like, religious reasons. Like, they're, like, Jehovah's Witnesses and stuff like that. You get stuck with anybody, right? And this foster mom, she's an old woman. She's, like, in her 70s, and she's an older black woman. I don't know if that was, like, her lifelong dream to adopt and help a kid, right? Or if she's just doing it for the money, right? Because she's old, and I don't know if there's fresh cash coming in on her part, so I heard these people get paid like $350, I think it is, like a week or something like that. I don't know, something like that. It's just an old lady pimping a kid who's really in need. And with Brie, I mean, she's taking on a lot. I'm talking about like the foster mom of Brie. Like, she's taking on a lot more because Brie is going through a lot. I know that woman doesn't sit down and talk with her about all the things that's happened to her. She doesn't try to care for her. She doesn't really give a damn. It's just, you're underneath my roof. You know, I make you some food every now and then. She's a woman, so she doesn't cook that much. You know, like Brie, she buys junk food. She buys like a lot of Burger King stuff, fast food, because, you know, there's not a lot of good hot meals that are cooked around there. I'm just saying, it's just, Brie's literally just living there. It's really what's going on. You know, so there's not a lot of care there. There's not a lot of involvement. Again, I don't know how much good an old woman. This is the messed up thing with the government. You know, they don't even care. They don't care about these kids because they just put them in these homes where people are just like whatever. They know damn well no old woman, right, is gonna be able to really ever care about, you know, these kids that are coming in. You know what I'm saying, about the kid that she's fostering. Doesn't make any sense. Like, that woman may not even live, you know what I'm saying, within a few months, and yet there's some kid attached to her, right, that's dependent on her for certain things, right? And then when you already had a kid, like, where you go through so much, again, that lady's not there to be her dependent caretaker, right? To be those ears, right? No, she's there to just get the money. She's just housing her. That's all it is. So there's never really anything talked about. Wow, does that remind me of my home life? I'm just saying, like, there's never really anything dealt with. You know, it just, yeah. The fact that the government thought that this old woman was going to be a great fit for any kid, whether it's a toddler or whether it is a teen, I just don't understand that. You like, I feel like you shouldn't be having any kind of kids when you get to a certain age. Like, you shouldn't be responsible for any kind of kids when you get to a certain age. You need to be worried about you. And, you know, if you can move around decently enough, that's even better. But I mean, you need to meet certain requirements, not just, okay, you say you want to foster a kid, so let's do it. You know, you would have to meet certain requirements for me. You know, because everyone wants to rule the world, right? It's a great song by Tears for Fears. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. Yeah, man. But she had her teeth pulled. She was given pain medicine. She told me 6 out of the bottles, she had taken 2 full pill bottles. I don't know if the pill bottles were this big. It's unlikely, right? This big. I don't know. She's taken 2 full bottles of the 6. Because she said she was trying to kill herself, not just because of the pain. She said after the pain medicine that she had taken, her grandmother asked her to help with some groceries, and she fell over. She couldn't stand up. This is coming out of nowhere. I just don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do about it. Like, I'm kind of like, I really don't. I don't get it. You know, like, I've been that person, so I'm trying to give some sympathy. But I know that she's gonna do whatever she does, and she obviously, the whole I love you and the whole I love you, care for you kind of thing, you know, like, she tells me it's out the window because you don't love me. You don't care about me because you're trying to do this. And I know even when I was doing that stuff, like, I did care about what other people would think and how they would feel, like, if anything happened to me. I did. So it was kind of like a weird contradicting thing. Like, you care, and it's also like, because you care so much, like, you feel like they'll be better without you, that kind of thing. So you feel like you're doing them a favor, right? It's weird. But I just hate to be calling her, and no one ever picks up. Because she's already dead. Because she's already done something to herself, and she never told me. You know? I just know this isn't fair. I feel it's a little bit selfish to invite me in, to link me up with you like this, to make me trust you like this, to form this bondage to you, and then you just cut the cord whenever the hell you want to. I think that's really selfish. But at the same time, I know that when I was feeling like that, it wasn't to be selfish. It wasn't for attention, right? It wasn't just because I was randomly sad. No, like, things that I did and how I felt, like, you know what I'm saying, how I got out, how I felt, it wasn't for attention. It wasn't just because, oh, well, everybody's sad. No, it wasn't just fucking sadness. But again, it's a very misunderstood thing, you know what I'm saying? It's very all over the place. Even when I was, when I was certain versions of me, I didn't understand. This would be like a week after when I, like, remembered, oh yeah, that was me that did this. Like, I couldn't even believe that I'd done that. Or 2 minutes after I would just get finished, like, punching myself or whatever. Like, I just know it's a weird scatter of things, right? I know that. I know. People come to you, oh, well, you seem so happy. Yeah, okay, that doesn't mean anything, though. I can still laugh. Doesn't mean, though, that I don't hit the fan and go crazy, though. And then sometimes you can't even stop yourself from what you do because you're just that hooked on it. I just know that, she even told me, I don't want you to leave me. I didn't tell you about this stuff before, that I felt like this because I didn't want you to leave, and yeah, I love you. It's like, well, damn, what am I supposed to do now? This isn't fair to me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I can't carry your baggage. And call it selfish. I'm not at a point, I'm not at a place where I can do anything like that. Like, I'm not at a place where I can try to, carry this weight on me and carry someone who's this heavy on my back. I just can't while I'm trying to move on and advance in my life. It's like, I feel like, well, if I don't at least try to try, I'll feel the weight on me forever of missing out on helping her. I feel the weight forever of her being gone because I didn't even try to help her. Then again, she can still make that choice to put that weight on me anyway. So either way, it's still this selfish thing. And I know she doesn't mean to be that way. I didn't mean to be that way. That wasn't the point. But still, it's a jumble of things, and I'm not trying to get involved in that because, and this is why it sucks, because, like, she just told me this today, and I don't know what to do. I told her I appreciate you for telling me this, because I know that it means this, and this, how you feel about me, and you trust me, and you feel safe with me, and whatever, but you know, I don't know where to take this, like, you know, I just don't know where to take this. I'm not trying to have this weight. I'm not trying to have someone's life in my hands to where they get dependent on me, to where they always want me to pick up the phone for them when they want to cry out to me, and, you know, like, within a few seconds to where they're literally getting ready to, like, kill themselves, and they call me. It can be like 5 in the morning, right? Because they think I'm going to be up to save them all the time. I know how it's like to be both people on the opposite sides of the phone. The person who's the helper, the person who needs help. I know. Even when I was the person who needed help, like, I felt guilty, and it made me feel even more horrible. It made me feel even more like a burden, like it would be better if I just weren't around. Because if I weren't around, then I wouldn't be around to bug them, right? To call them whenever I needed their help. Whenever I needed to talk to them, right? Whenever I needed to stop feeling the way I felt like. So still a lot of, like, things would be better if I weren't around kind of thing. But also, as the helper, right, it's annoying because you know that what if you're not there to take that phone call at 5 in the morning, and you could have been the one to save them. That's a lot. But again, I can't really save you. I can't. I can tell you all I can, all the truth. I'm not just saying sweet phrases. It can be truth, you know? I love you and I care about you. You know, I hear you when you say you're going through this tough time. I'm here for you. You can try to hold their hand, but it still doesn't matter. Like, they can still hit the fan. So there are plenty of times people told me the same things. I still felt, you know, like there was a huge intensity that was there, and it didn't stop. You know, with whatever I told myself, whatever anyone else told me, like, other people can't save you. Like, yeah, man, I just know that I don't know what to do because, I mean, the relationship is really being thrown off now. And she literally tried to do it today. She even said, she was talking about, and just like with me, I remember at a point in time, I wanted to find the most painless ways of like, you know, killing myself. I remember that. I thought of a few things, you know, a few different ways I could do it. But anyway, she told me that, you know, she's been thinking about that stuff too, and she wanted to get like a gun and just blow her head, you know, like blow her brains out. You know, she said she'd taken the pills because she heard, you know, that's like a quick, painless way. It's the same way I had taken, I mean, well, there's a certain point I just got numb. I didn't even care how it happened. If it was painless or painful, I didn't care. I wanted to go. Like, there were a bunch of numb moments where I didn't care who was around, who saw me do it, or how I did it. I just wanted to, and it felt right. It felt like that's what I deserved. That was fair, and that's what even God wanted of me, right? But anyway, it's just really surreal talking about that stuff. Because for me, it's like a up and down, right? It's not like this straight, like 3 months. Well, you know, I'd say 30 years of being down. I'd be down, 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 down. Maybe something would pick me up for a little bit, but it never lasted. I'll be back down again. Whether it was for the minuscule things, like I said, the toothpaste cap, right? Or there's a bug on the wall beside me. I don't know, just whatever. Or, you know, something, like I said, actual stuff that hit me and that was big, right? It just kept slamming on my face that didn't seem to go away. And the feelings never really went away, it just kept building up. Don't have anyone to talk to about it. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's a lot. Yeah, but whatever. she's just kind of like beyond me. I feel like I can't really help her enough. I can't even really, I know I can't cure her because no one can really cure me. I'm just at a point where I haven't been like that in a while. I don't know why. That's just how it is. You know, like I said, it's not by my will. It just is what it is. And anyway, I do know that she seems beyond my kind of help. She seems beyond anything I could do. It seems out of control because this isn't the first time in our relationship like she's done this. Very first time we were in a relationship is what she done. It's really weird. I don't know. I want to help her. I want to be a good friend. I want to be a good person. I want to help her, care for her, love her as much as I can. At the same time, she could still end up doing it. And I'm just left with nothing. I feel like that's selfish. How am I going to get attached to you just for you to do this? Like, that's not fair. And I get it. Boo-hoo, right? It's not about... I know there are times where people would say that to me, well, you know, it's not fair, and you know, you're such a good friend. Yeah, well, it's not really about you at all. It's not about how you think or what you feel. I don't care how you think or how you feel, because I know what's in my head, you know what I'm saying? And it may not be what I want, right? I don't want these feelings, but it was what it was, you understand? And you don't have to listen to this stuff on a daily. You don't have to, you know, hear yourself tell you certain things about yourself, and it was a lot, you know. You look around, you see all these people smiling and stuff, and it's like, why are you so happy? How are you so happy? How? It's just I didn't even know what really happiness was anymore, and just like I was like on autopilot, you know. And I said it like in a couple of my videos, like it's just like I'm a robot on autopilot. I don't even know like what I'm really doing, and I don't really remember a lot of my day. It's just like I'm just kind of like zooming by in the moment. And I know for certain settings in my life, it's still the same, just as autopilot. But it's a little bit, it feels lighter now. It feels a little bit better now, you know, a little bit better. But I wish that I knew how to help her. Right? I wish I knew how to actually make her not feel this way. But I really do love her. I really do care about her. And so this is why even saying this pains me. This right here, like, it does pain me, but, you know, I can't let anyone else bring me down. And whatever she feels, I'm sorry. I'll try to help you when I can, how I can. But if you end up doing it anyway, that's just gonna be it. Obviously. I really do love her. I care. I care for her. But if you end up doing it anyway, I'm gonna cry about it. I'm gonna feel sad, but I can't spend too much time on it. Because I can't get caught up in that stuff. Not even just because I used to be that way. I just can't get caught up in that. Like, that's not even like anywhere in my head, you know? That doesn't fit anywhere for anything that I've been thinking about for myself. That doesn't fit anywhere. This is why it really makes me really mad. That, you know, and it's not just as what she's been feeling, right? She actually done this. She tried today. She would have been talking to me if, you know, the Lord hadn't spared her, right? 2 whole bottles. She's talking about love and I care about you and all this stuff. Nah, man. You can't care for me if you're dead. I don't understand how that's supposed to work. I just don't. Now I know you may have good intentions, and yeah, even when you're taking those pills, and even when you're doing this, or you know, cutting yourself or whatever, you have good intentions. I'm sure, just like I had good intentions, right? You really do care about these people. You're not just lying when you say like you care about them or whatever. I know, but still, I don't know what you expect me to do. And that's why I feel guilty for even wanting to like tell her, wanting to back off. And wanting to kind of like break up with her because like either way, whether we're just friends or whether we're more or whether we stop talking to each other altogether, there's still that level of care that I have for her. So that's never going away. If something happens to her, whatever the title is between us, I'm still going to care. I'm still going to miss her if she dies. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to go away. But I just know I don't want that weight put on to me of, you know what I'm saying, like, you did this when I was with you and I couldn't even do anything to talk you out of it. It makes me feel like I'm not good enough. It's just really weird. But I found out myself, being the person, being the helper, and being the person who needed help, like, no one can save you. You can't save the other person. So, I don't know. It just makes me not even, like, want to deal with her, because it really makes me feel betrayed, and it's really selfish on her behalf to just, you know, mislead me and suck me in only for things not to be as they are. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's trying to kill herself, and she even told me, well, I didn't want you to leave me, that's why I didn't tell you that I've been feeling like this for a while. That doesn't make things any better. Because if anything, it just shows that you actually lied. You didn't tell me about this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you went on happily smiling in my face, when in reality, you know, it's just, that's not fair. It's not fair for you to do this to me. You can't just, like, bring me in and make you think that things are okay, but that's really not, you know what I'm saying? Like, there can't even be a relationship if you're not here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make any sense. I just don't know what to do, but I know that I'm also not trying to get caught up in trying to save anybody, because this isn't on my mind. Like, none of this stuff is on my mind at all. That includes saving someone else or worrying about someone else like this. I shouldn't have to be worrying, like, every 20 minutes trying to save you, trying to check up on you, trying to call you. Like, I can't hold your hand. I can't be your babysitter. I can't. I'm a little bit too busy. I'm preoccupied with goals and things, but I would just hope that she doesn't. Because whether I'm around her or not, whether, you know, when she does it, whether I'm in contact with her or not, if she does it, that'll still be me losing out. That's still a weight I would feel in this world if she does. I just don't know what to do about it. I asked her why she done it. She said she wants to do it again because she likes the feeling. And this is that psychotic, crazy stuff I'm talking about. Like, she said she liked how she felt when she was like that, right? She's kind of loopy, and I guess whatever. There's something wrong with you if you're like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even take care of yourself. How are you planning on being in this with me? Now, we have a few other little problems already. I've noticed, like, you know, she acts a certain way or whatever. So that's something. A few things about her haven't changed, you know. A few things have, but not that much. She can still snap and be that controlling, manipulative, kind of psycho, like, you know, distant, dismissive kind of thing. Right? To where she makes you feel guilty, and she brings up, oh, why are you breaking up with me? You know, or I guess I'm ugly. I guess I'm a jerk. I guess I need to just die. You know, random things like that. And it's like, whoa, can you stop? Can you take it down a notch? And then again, it's like I have to come in and randomly save her and try to talk her out of stuff. Like, I'm not trying to have that. Like, that's a lot. It's a lot to do, and that's a lot of responsibility. You call me lazy, but I mean, that's something I'm not trying to get into. I can't be responsible for you. You know, I'm trying to take care of myself, and, like, I have this new life ahead of me. I can't be trying to worry about you, and, you know, my dog. She said that she wants to get married and have kids, but I'm like, you're not ready for anything. You're not even really ready for a relationship, because you're trying to hurt me, right? I mean, you're not purposely trying to hurt me, but, like, you're okay with leaving me and hurting me like this. Like, you don't need to bring marriage, lifetime long partnership and commitment and kids into it. Like, there's something wrong with you. You need to fix yourself. That's another reason why I'm not trying to be connected to her in any kind of relationship. It's not just friendship or mutual acquaintances, because, like, I don't need this on my mind. But I already have it on my mind because she already told me. So I don't know. There's not much I can do about it. I'm gonna try to be there as best as I can, but I know I can't fix her. I don't want her to feel this way. I know she doesn't even want to feel this way. So it's really back and forth. I don't know, but I just know that she already tried today. She could randomly do it again, and that could literally kill her, right? So I'm gonna be calling someone who's never ever gonna call back, ever. Well, so I don't know. This doesn't make me feel safe at all in the relationship. It makes me feel scared.